My guest this evening is a World Cup winning footballer who thinks it's time footballers gave a little bit back.
Both on and off the pitch, it takes more than one to have a real impact. Through common goal, I can team up with other footballers from all over the world. Together, we can use the game as a force for good. It's a simple idea that drives big change. But it will only work if we come together as a team. So fellow players, come and join me to change the game for good.
Please welcome Juan Mata.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure.
How are you?
I'm very good.
You smell great, if you don't mind me saying.
Thank you for that.
That's all right, isn't it? That's not really going to come across to the viewers, but...
I can go around if you...
Yeah. Wouldn't that be lovely if you want to just waft yourself around? Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I'll be amazed. If that doesn't become an internet gif, nothing will. Just you going full Shakira at the top. But yeah, what we dealing with, that's insane. Sorry, it's going to be me sniffing you all.
Was it too much or no?
It's not too much, no, it's just right.
Perfect, yeah, okay. Good, I thought so.
So you're here for a whole host of reasons, but mainly to talk about a charity that you're working with. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's the Common Goal movement. And, you know, it's a pretty nice idea.
It's a brilliant idea. It's fantastic. If you don't know it, basically, what you're trying to do is get footballers to donate 1% of their annual salary to the charity.
That's right, and it doesn't seem much if you think about 1% for each individual, but if we go all together, and then it will mean a lot. And the ultimate goal is like everyone is part of Common Goal, and the whole football industry, you know, gives back to football as a social tool for change. And so many people are doing it already by foundations, by league, Premier League, you know, everyone is doing it by themselves, but this is a different approach in terms of doing it as a global team. You know, we aim to be the biggest football club in the world by using football as a very positive way of living.
But that's the beauty of football, isn't it? That you are, when you're playing, we are with you, and you're living out our dreams. Do you know what I mean? But it's so lovely that you're kind of paying back to society to try and, you know, fix social problems.
I realised I live a dream. You know, when I was a kid and my dad used to be a professional footballer, I wanted to be like him, and I wanted to be footballer also. That's why we are trying to give something back to everyone, and through football, which I think it has the power to unite people like nothing else in the world.
Absolutely, yeah. What's it like being a footballer? The main thing I want to know is, when Match of the Day's on a Saturday and you've scored a good goal, how exciting is it coming home, getting a curry, watching yourself? Is it the best? Do you ever sit there in your pants just kind of go, here it comes? Let's rewind that again.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. You go rewind, run, and see it again. But when you play the bad game, you just switch off.
Right. Well, it's really funny because I was very lucky I was invited to play in the Grenfell charity game.
I know.
And
you scored?
I didn't score, but I've got a clip of me putting over a cross, and I've watched this about probably 500 times, right? And we've got it here. So that's me.
Morris. To see Edwards there with the eyes. Howard. It's a very inviting ball. What a chance. What a chance for Kevin Gather.
He should have put that away, I think.
I know. But I've watched that many times. And it's just a cross, but it makes me so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty decent cross.
It was pretty decent.
It should have been an assist.
Yeah, the fizz I put on that.
I don't know what the striker was doing there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, it wasn't all great for me. I had a bit of I don't know if you've ever tried to outrun Mo Farah.
In a short or in a long distance?
Well, it's short, right? So, like, we've got a clip here of me trying to outrun a national hero. So I start off, so this is me, so I have a look. You know, I lose the ball in early doors, but I win it back. Right? Send him one way, I'm gone. I'm gone, Juan. I'm gone. I'm away. Oh, no. Like, it was kind of that moment. You're like, damn.
He looked very good until the end.
Yeah, well, that was it, yeah. I'm curious as to what that's like. It just looks... Like, you know, when you watch your match of the day, do you show it to your wife over and over? Is it that moment where you're like...
Nah, not really.
Oh, really?
Sometimes, especially when you play a good game or whatever, you like to watch how good was the goal or the assist, but not a lot. You know, it depends of timing.
Do you have any of your teammates that are like, oh, mate, did you see that?
Well, yeah, I can...
You can't grass them up. Look at this.
No. I can say, for example, I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic will be proud of what he does.
Yes.
He's a very proud person
and he refers to himself in the third person. There aren't many people that do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't strike me as a guy that walks around going, I am Juan.
I am Juan.
I know you are. but you're so lovely that you don't have to announce yourself. And to be honest, they probably smell you coming. They're like, he'll be here in about 5 minutes. Smells like he's running. And you're known as the nicest guy in football. Like,
am I?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing my research, and that's the thing that keeps coming around, that people say, Juan Mata, the nicest guy in footy. So, and I was thinking, do you feel under pressure to always be nice? Like, have you ever had moments where you...
I don't think I am, and I can show you that, because I've been doing research on you, and I think you support a club that is not great friends with my club.
No. Nice.
So I'm being nice now?
You're being very nice.
What club do you support?
I support Liverpool, yeah.
Ah, OK.
Yeah. Why don't you come over to Liverpool? Klopp looks fun, doesn't he? Imagine the fun you'd have with Jurgen Klopp.
I think he does. I think every time...
More fun than Mourinho, right?
It depends what you like. It depends what kind of fun.
Yeah. But you're very unique as a footballer, that you're into art, you like classical music. I read somewhere that you were into poetry as well.
You know, I think I just like normal things for a guy of my age.
Yeah.
And that's it.
How old are you?
29.
29. You don't... Yeah, bloody hell.
I look, what, older or younger? Or?
I think you look older. Yeah, I think... but, no, I do. But I mean that in a good way. You kind of look like you could be... Sort of be like a Spanish Bond. You've got an air of... like... Do you know?
That's the best compliment I have.
Yeah, Juan Bond, you know? Would you ever... If somebody said... If they offered you the role of the new Bond, would you take it?
No chance.
No?
No.
You'd be good though, wouldn't you?
I don't think.
You
think?
Yeah, I think...
I'm bad at playing poker, so...
You're bad at playing poker?
I'm bad at playing poker.
See, that's the other thing. How do footballers relax?
Well, everyone do whatever they like after football, and as I said before, I do things that I like to do like everyone else of my age, traveling, reading, music, cinema.
Best place you've ever been to?
Best place?
Yeah.
I like Japan. I've been in Japan playing the World Cup, Club World Cup with Chelsea, and we've been in Tokyo and in Yokohama, and it was nice. It's different culture, but it's really nice to know.
Have you ever been to Peru? I was offered the chance of going to Peru the other day, and there's a thing called cambu where you can sort of inject frog poison into you, and it gets rid of all the toxins and the demons from your body.
Really?
Fancy it?
Can I join you?
Yeah. But apparently that's the thing it does. It's kind of like this sort of ancient ceremony.
I've never been in Peru, but I would love to.
Yeah. To be honest, this could be a TV show.
Really? Let's try.
Mate, I'm one up for this.
I promise not to wear perfume or anything.
I think that's a given. You have to wear perfume. So you come to Peru with me and then come play for Liverpool. And then...
First part is pretty good, the second part is quite difficult.
Here's another question. Do you ever play FIFA at home?
Sometimes, but I'm rubbish. I'm bad.
But do you ever look at your stats on FIFA and go, well, that's bullshit?
I think they're pretty low.
Are they?
I do think they're pretty low.
Really?
Yeah. So if the guys at EA Sport are hearing this, then I want to have...
Do you change it? Do you kind of...
No, I'm not the guy that put 99 on every...
Oh, really?
Well, I did once, yeah.
We do that with all of our players.
You do?
Not me. No, but I put my mum and my mum's dog into our team. And there's this thing where you can take the photo, so it's actually a dog's head on a player. And he's called Sid. He's sensational in the box, really.
How many hours do you spend playing FIFA?
How many hours? Do you know, I know that I've spent on Football Manager, I've spent the equivalent of over a month of my life playing it. Yeah, and see, look at you laughing, but that's how we get to live your life.
Well,
by kind of pretending?
I mean, we play, and a lot of footballers play as well, and we have like competitions within the
Do
team.
you?
And, yeah.
Who's good? Who's hot?
I think the best is De Gea.
De Gea. He's going to be good with his hands, though.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. So the coordination is quite there.
What's it like to win the World Cup? What does that feel like?
That is crazy. Yeah. I still remember when Iniesta scored the goal.
Yeah.
But especially when the referee whistled the final moment of the game. It was the first time for Spain to win the World Cup in our history, so it was making history. But probably the best feeling was when we came back to Spain. We landed with the plane, and the whole country was in the streets waiting for us, and it was an unbelievable 56 hours day. Because it felt so long, but it felt full of happiness.
Is there a come down after a moment? Because, you know, you're a little boy, you're playing football, your dad's watching you, I won the World Cup. The next day, there must be a moment when you're eating Weetabix thinking...
It is.
I've won the World Cup.
You know, I think that's one of the main issues for football players.
Yeah.
You play football and you live like in a kind of a bubble for 10, 20 years. But then when you finish football, you realize that so many privileges that you had before, you don't have anymore. And you have to become like a normal citizen of whatever city you're living in. And the mental issue of that, I think, is the biggest issue you can face. So by keeping your feet in the ground and thinking how privileged you are and thinking that you're living a different lifestyle, I think it helps you to make that process easier for you and your family, obviously. But yeah, sometimes it's difficult playing in front of 80,000 people and then 2 hours later you are in your bedroom alone. And it's a kind of extreme lifestyle, mentally-wise.
Yeah. One last question. Best player we know best player you've seen, but best player that you've played with or against?
Well, I've been questioned this a few times, and it's difficult to pick just one because I've played with so many players around my career. If I have to say one that I have played with because of the way he plays or the way he understands football is Andrés Iniesta. Yeah. As well because of the goal that made that win the World Cup. But the way he plays is just easy and elegant, and he makes things look easy when they're not. And against, I would say Messi. I mean, he's a joke, right? It's like we've been speaking about PlayStation before and FIFA and whatever, and he plays like this, you know? He gets the ball whenever he wants to create damage on the opposition team that he does. Yeah. He can dictate games, and it's just incredible. It's incredible.
As are you. What an amazing gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Juan Mata. That was terrific. Thank you very much. Really great, man. Really great.